Hi everyone, Scott Young here. Just a quick message for Ace Nation members. Lots of big events coming up this season, so keep an eye out for them. And a big shout out to Aaron and Si. Some massive events coming up shortly, so keep an eye out. All the best.
For your Caesar, Cardiff City ride with me for your Caesar. For your Caesar, Cardiff City get litty for your Caesar. She want a diff boy, swagger 1 point, yeah, diff boy. She want a diff boy, swagger 1 point, yeah, diff boy. For your Caesar, grab a little something for your Caesar. We the geezers, swagger stone cold like freezers. She want a diff boy, she want Starvz, not Fitzroy. She want a diff boy, she want Starvz, not Fitzroy. She want a big man, says she want a man from...
Yes guys, I'm Si. Welcome back to Cardiff City World. And my oh my, what a day yesterday was. It was very exciting. And look, on paper it might seem like a routine win as we win 3-0. But trust me, that performance in the second half was anything but a routine. The Bluebirds turned it on in a way we haven't seen in a long time. We kept the ball first half and we moved it well, but lacked a bit of urgency, cutting edge. Second half was electric. Honestly, on and off the ball we were exceptional. And it wasn't just, if it wasn't for their keeper, some last minute blocks could have been 4, 5, 6. And look, let me tell you, as proud as I was about the performance and the quality of the goals, I got a bit choked up with just the way the club come together about young Mafiko. And we'll get into it properly in a bit, but like to see a teenager making his debut and starting at left back, which is not his position, taking off after half an hour and then getting a standing ovation, chants of his name, all the senior players on the bench getting around him, the staff, making sure he felt loved. To me, it's a culture change. Something's different under Brian Barry Murphy. Cardiff City feels united again. Cardiff City feels together again. Cardiff City feels like a team again. So, strap in, let's get into it. Here's 5 things we learned from Cardiff City 3, Rotherham Utd 0. Number 1, Brian Barry Murphy's man management is next level. So let's start with the gaffer, because make no mistake, right, Brian Barry Murphy's man management was put to the test in different ways this week alone. So first off, Joe Bagan cannot play every game. It's physically impossible. And BBM wasn't afraid to rest him yesterday and to put young Mafiko in. That deserves credit. Now in hindsight, maybe Joel could have had a rest in the cup in midweek and you give Mafiko that game. But it's easy with hindsight. But what it does show is Brian Barry Murphy has a unwavering trust in the young players, in the academy lads particularly. Then he has this massive call. Dropped Callum Chambers, club captain, big character. 2 absolutely howling performances in a row. And instead of just giving him the shirt, because he's a senior pro, because he's on the most money, because he's got the most experience, Brian Barry Murphy said, no, not good enough, you're out. And that is a big shift for Cardiff City for me. We're so used to senior players just playing because they're senior. I like that under this manager, you play on merit. End of conversation. Even little things like I'm seeing, what I've been saying regarding Tanner on the left, Ashford on the right. Like he's seeing those little things, which is just impressive to me. Kian is way better off the right. Another goal for him. He looks genuine threat. Tanner looks way better on the left. I just need him to take a little more care sometimes with his final ball, but his work rate is there. His attitude is there. He's using his pace to beat a man. It's just that final ball, the final flick, or the final pass cross. Once he nails that, and once he gets that all-out focus, that consistency in his final ball, Ollie Tanner's going to kick on. And he is going to kick on like Dane Bowers to another level. Jesus Christ. And then, the hardest one. taking Mafiko off after half an hour. The kid's struggling a bit. Not dreadful, but he's struggling. Not helped, by the way, by a couple of sloppy passes. But it is what it is. He gets a yellow card for a trip, and then almost immediately makes another sort of foul where he's a bit late to the ball, and the Rotherham bench are all off their feet screaming for a red card. BBM didn't hesitate. And yes, he wants to protect the lad, but most of all, it was because it was the right tactical decision. And he managed it perfectly. He brings him off for Bagan. The fans give the lad a standing ovation. The players on the bench are surrounding him as he's walking across. The whole of staff are around him. This was, like I said at the start, his culture, his protection, and his togetherness. And it wasn't the only part of protection of Mafiko that we saw. About, 15, 20 minutes into the game, one of the Rotherham players leaves a bit on Mafiko, and it should have been a foul in the Rotherham half. And Ruben chases him back, the guy who's made the foul, who didn't. The ref didn't give it, and Ruben chases him down, shoves him over, takes the foul, and it was just great to see that he wasn't having them intimidated or trying to intimidate these young players. I loved that togetherness. Even then, going back to Barry Murphy and his man management, during the drinks break, BBM was on Salich. He was talking to him, coaching him through little movements and little tweaks. He wanted him to drop in and either receive the ball, or he wanted him to drop in to create space for Ruben to run into, or he wanted him to fake drop it in and then spin in behind himself. Immediately after the drinks break, he drops in, Ruben runs in behind, and the ball is inches from getting Ruben one-on-one with the keeper. So, and from that moment, Yusuf was a different player. From that drinks break till the end of the game, Yusuf was excellent. And, he gets his goal, great. Hopefully that'll kick him on. But it's these big, brave decisions from a proper manager. And this is why I keep saying, right, the excitement is growing week by week. The building blocks are in place. But now the board have got to back him. He has shown what he can do in a small sample size, albeit. But he's shown what he can do. They have to back him. There's 2 weeks left in the window. Give him a couple of players and see what he can take this team, because, we're going to get better. This is just the early days of it. And when it clicks, we are a difficult side to play against. And when we go 1-0 up, we are such a difficult side to play against because we keep the ball well. We are just absolutely relentless with our pressing, and we've got players who can do damage. Number 2, Nathan Trott does not make me nervous. And look, honestly, this is the biggest compliment that I can give Nathan Trott, is he doesn't make me nervous when he's in goal. Compared to the other two we've had for the last couple of years, it's massive. His distribution is good. He's quick off his line to claim crosses, and he's constantly talking. He's vocal, constantly organising, constantly speaking to the team. He looks like a proper keeper. And I do think Matthew Turner was really unlucky to lose his place in the side, but you can kind of see why they brought him in. Obviously, early days, but it just at the moment it just looks obvious. Now, one thing I would say that I would like to see him improve on is the quick counter. There was a few times in the first half where Salich and one of the wingers was in, and he just needed to play a long ball, and they were in. The defender was on his own, and he was out of position. And look, I get it. We want to pass out from the back, we want to build from the back, and we want to be calm and do it at the right times. But a long pass is okay. But yeah, look, he's calm. He's collected. He doesn't panic. He's made the save, so he kept his focus throughout the game. Late on, it's a strong foundation for the team and a strong foundation for him to build on. Good signing, looks assured, looks ready, and he's already got that presence that makes the defenders nice and calm. Number 3, Ronan Kacia. God, let's just say it, right? Ronan Kacia was absolutely sensational again. Box office. Every time he got the ball, you're off your seat. Defensively solid, but it's this composure that he's got. his touch under pressure, it blows me away. For someone who's so young, he's playing like he's been playing for years. The right back slot is his, as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Simple as that. Perry Ng will have to earn it. I wouldn't be shocked to see Perry Ng playing at left back or sat on the bench, because Pacquiao is vital to this system. His line breaking runs, his underlaps, his overlaps, his carrying of the ball, his composure in the build up, the way he recycles a possession, the angles he creates for the triangles and 1-2s. He's fundamental to how BBM wants to play. So surely you can't drop him when Perry Ng's fit. I don't know. And look, it's not just like he's good going forward. He defends well. He tracks back. He does not switch off. He gets stuck in. You can see the levels in him already. And it's frightening how much more there is to come from him. His ceiling is way up there. He tired towards the end, but I'm not surprised, because it covered some serious ground, like, you know. Number 4. Captain Colwill is back. Ruben Colwill, captain for again, because Chambers was out. And he didn't disappoint. He's becoming the face of this young side. I've said it a million times and I'll keep saying it. The ground he covers is remarkable. People used to say he couldn't get through 90 minutes. Well, he's lazy. But look, he's putting in hundreds of sprints every game. He's pressing centre-backs, harrying the keeper, chasing lost causes, and then sprinting back to be the aerial shield when the opposition go long. He's setting the tone with his work off the ball, which is mad, but great to see. But beyond the graft and the hard work and all that, it's the bravery, right? He never hides. He always wants the ball in tight spaces. Even when he's under pressure, even when he's got 1-2 men on him, he wants that ball. His consistency now is just there, like he's found it. All through pre-season, 3-4 games of this season, he's been our best player, or certainly our most consistent. And look, I get it why people doubted him. I find it remarkable that people wanted to sell him, but whatever. But again, the manager deserves credit with this too. He's put that belief into Ruben. He's drilled it into him. He's spoken so highly of him. He always turns to Ruben when he wants to get these instructions on. He wants Ruben to be everywhere. He wants him alongside Salic 1 minute, dropping into the midfield the next, pressing, then back in, linking up play. Ruben obliges. He's there. He's everywhere. 3 goals in this season already. He's a constant threat between the lines. He's sniffing the pockets, drifting wide, breaking the lines, running in behind Salic, and that relationship between him and Yusuf Salic will only get better. And I love that as soon as Salic dropped in to receive defeat, Ruben is in behind. He's the talisman of this team now. He is the leader. Number 5, team first. Finally, team first. I want to talk about Callum Robinson here, right? And often I feel like I dig him out a lot. It's never personal. We all know there's a great player in there. Sometimes I think he gets in his own head, his own frustration maybe gets in the way. But yesterday, what I liked is he did struggle. His touch wasn't great. His decision making, I think, was a bit off. But his pressing and his graft and his battling was relentless. That's all we ask. You can be out of form, you can have an off day, but if you give me everything on the pitch, I will back you 100%. And he did that. He fed into the bigger theme. This team is united. The way the players get around the young lads after every goal, the way they're protecting each other, they look to the people who've set up the goals, not just the goal scorers. It's a proper group, and it excites me more than anything. And by the way, I want to give a special mention to a couple of players who didn't make the 5 things. Di Turnbull. Oof. The real Di Turnbull has arrived, finally. And again, you got to give the manager credit. Like, he's the only one who's got a tune out of him. Will Fish. Loves old school defender in many ways with his physicality. But those diagonals, the Tanner in the first half, were nothing short of elite. He hit like 5 or 6 in the first half alone on a sixpence. And it's a difficult skill to do, to hit it that accurately. He didn't put a foot wrong all game. Him and Dylan Lawler are a real pair. Will Fish looks much more composed, comfortable and happy alongside Dylan. And Dylan Lawler deserves a mention. Back to his best, looking faultless. Found his feet this season now and comfortable on the ball, solid defensively. And that partnership with Will Fish, I think is our best one at the moment. It looks like the one, you know. They seem to get the best out of each other. But yeah, that's 5 takeaways for you from the game. And honestly, it did feel like a little bit of a statement yesterday, because I didn't think we got out of second gear. Played some marvellous football in the second half. Real nice stuff. And, you know, yes, it's Rotherham. Yes, it's League One. But that second half reminded me, and I said this to my son yesterday, it reminded me of when we've seen big Premier League clubs come down to the Championship, and you see them and you play them, and there's just like, wow. They're just, the football, the quality, the touch, everything is just on another level. And that's what it felt like to me. It's been a long time since Cardiff City have been entertained like that. But Vincent Tan, the board, you know, you all keep saying about how you love this manager and you want to communicate with fans and blah, 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 blah. It's all bollocks. Just do it. Back him. Back Brian Barry Murphy in the final weeks of this window. Give him the players he needs to add to this group to kick on. Because the groundwork that's been laid is genuinely special. The culture's changing. The football's changing. And for the first time in a long time, this club feels like it's got a bit of life in it. The atmosphere from the fans yesterday was sensational. This is Cardiff City World. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Who did you think stood out? What is your favourite thing that Brian Barry Murphy has brought to this team? Who would you like to see him bring in before the deadline shuts? And what pleased you the most about yesterday's performance? I'll be back tonight at about 8:15 for the breakdown live, where we deep dive into everything and every player. And of course, before that, you can catch me over on Footy World at about 6:30, straight after the Man United Arsenal game with Rhodri, where we'll have a good old chit chat about the opening games of the Premier League. Thank you so much as always, and I'll say it again. The Graham Kavanagh tickets go on sale to the general public tomorrow, Monday morning at 9 a.m. You can email Cardiff City World for the £20 tickets, or you contact the email for Jordan for the £10 tickets. I would get them because we've sold quite a lot, especially those £20 tickets. There's only a couple left of them now. So get them. If you're a member, get them today. Get it done so you know you've got them. Like I said, we've sold a few, and I just want to be sure that every member and every subscriber who wants to come gets to come. But there's limited tickets, so it's first come, first served. If you're not a member and you want to get a ticket and you're worried about getting it tomorrow, become a member. You can join on YouTube, or you can join at patreon.com/AcePodcastNation. And apart from the early access to the tickets, you get a member show, which will be tomorrow night. You get early access to merch and stuff, which hopefully I should be receiving very soon to be delivered. And of course, you support what we're doing. 7 days a week, Cardiff City content. We are banging out so much content at the moment, and it's good content, quality content, not just for the sake of it. Thank you so much for your support, as always. Keep the faith, my friends. And lastly, for all the people who came and said hello and shook my hand and said such nice things yesterday, thank you so much. I always appreciate it. It's always a bit humbling, but I love it. Yeah, nice one.
Rascal Beats.
For your Caesar, Cardiff City ride with me for your Caesar.
Yeah, straight away, won the header. Cardiff playing on with Lowe. Only Earnshaw in the middle. Kavanagh! 3-0. That's it now. Kavanagh. Onto that right foot, not a bad try! It's a tremendous goal! What a hit from Kavanagh! He's done hard.
Cardiff desperately looking for the second goal. It's Kavanagh! Well, he doesn't score simple tap-ins, this man, does he? He has to...
It is Kavanagh with the free kick. Oh, what an equaliser from Graham Kavanagh! Superb free kick. Everybody expecting the cross, but that was absolutely brilliant. Nigel Martin beaten at his near post, and Cardiff City, after going a goal behind, are back on level terms. And there's bedlam here at Ninian Park. Wow.
We want it fucking love. We beat Real Madrid. We won the FA Cup. I said it, don't believe it.